Dandy's World is not a game I am really interested in, but I have played it for a while with my sister. Along the way, I have noticed things that looked absolutely awesome and some stuff that wasn't great. The game is a roguelike with two teams, one being Toons and the others being Twisteds. The Toons need to complete machines to get to higher floors, and the Twisteds try to bring your run to an end. Sounds like a simple game, yes? That, my dear viewers, is what will eventually lead to its downfall. Welcome to the Dandy's World video essay. Dandy's World was made on June 14th, 2024, and has become one of the most popular games on the platform that isn't one of those brain rot games. I thought the game was made for toddlers, and that's probably because it is made for toddlers, but I found some aspects of the game that were genuinely impressive. For instance, the character models are actually stunning. They are very clean and expressive and have very smooth animations. Like I said in the intro, the game is easy to understand and very simplistic. The map designs are so good, and the attention to detail is absolutely insane. The main thing I enjoy about the game is the designs of the game, but the gameplay is another story. If you are currently enjoying the videos like these, be sure to subscribe. I want to pass my friend in subscribers, and it just takes one click. Back to the video. Okay, first off, I know y'all are rushing to the comments saying, Radlan, are you just gonna blame everything on the fandom for cheap views? And I can see where you thought that if you stopped watching right now. I actually don't need to talk about the fandom when there is so much stuff in the game that is not good. First off, the game is not beginner friendly. This usually is because of people doing main runs, organized runs, and sometimes people just leave in matchmaking if they see a beginner. I had to go through that when I started, but luckily my sister had some good tunes, so I got carried. The progression is also bad. Mid-game tunes are expensive for how much they are actually worth. The late-game tunes are way overpriced and have an extra requirement that will take way too much time. But my hope will never die. It can take days just to get one tune sometimes, and that is not a good progression rate. If we compare this to a game like Tower Defense Simulator, They make towers cheap, but powerful enough to help keep a steady pace of grinding so it never gets so impossibly long. Also, the game suffers from power creep, specifically with Tisha and Bobette. Both tunes are pretty much the same thing as they both give speed buffs to other players, but Bobette has a permanent speed boost ring than Tisha, who only has a temporary ring, but Bobette also has a better speed increase than Tisha. While yes, Bobette is a main, which is one of the best tunes in the game, it shouldn't make a tune useless. The final nail in the coffin is the fact that there's no end goal. You pretty much go down floor after floor, and it keeps going on forever. Because there's no goal, there's no real reason to keep playing. Let's compare this to another rogue, Combat Initiation. Combat Initiation has multiple chapters with a boss at the end of each chapter, with the goal being to beat the boss and beat the mode. This is what Dandy's World lacks, and it could be the killer to this game. Dandy's World is great in many aspects, but it really is stabbing itself by how it was executed. From poor balancing to bad progression, Dandy's World has been on a slow decline, and if they don't change anything, the game won't last another year. My suggestion is to change Icar prices for tunes for better progression and make every tune have their own use. Luckily, in a few days, Dandy's World will be going into beta, so Dandy's World needs to play their cards right. Otherwise, it spells doom for the game. Have a rad day, and I will see you next week.